All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Athlete and Artist Show. I am the artist Kyle Forge alongside the athlete professional hockey player Zach Boychuk. Season 6, episode 20, presented by BETHOG. We're about to pop on stream with BETHOG, get that AI dealer going again. I'm excited to do that. There was a lot of fun I saw on BETHOG during the Olympics, which we'll get into on the stream again, but super happy to for this partnership with BETHOG and their platform. We've been having a lot of fun on there. We're going to put out some bets this weekend. It's too bad we couldn't bet on the trade deadline, though, because that is where we're at right now, Chucky. It's Friday, March 6th. Trade deadline is at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Right now, it's 12 p.m. Eastern time, just after 12. What are your thoughts so far? Couple hours away, Chucky. What are your thoughts so far in the last couple of days? We've had a lot of major trades early this year, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, like long time ago, it started with the Panarin trade. That was big. I mean, I guess that was a while ago now. I don't know if we've talked about it on the pod, but now you start to see more trickle in. Obviously, Flames fans, Mackenzie Weegar, he's gone.
Gonzo. That was a big trade.
Yeah, that was I kind of thought he'd be more part of the solution, more part of the core. I know you're probably happy that he's gone, but I feel like he's a good guy in the locker room and good right-handed shot, like was close to making the Olympic team, but I guess they decided to trade him off to Utah.
Yeah, he's great in Chell too when I play with him in the video game. He's solid. Like I'm not so delusional or pity that I don't think he's a good player. What pissed me off is when he came in the first week, he just starts complaining about the arena. Complains about the arena, and then they start building the new arena, and the guy dips before it's even done.
Yeah, you can't be chirping the iconic Saddle Dome. Like that's it's beautiful, beautiful architecture.
It's the most iconic arena in sports besides Madison Square Garden that's still standing, at least in North America. I mean, I'm sure there's so many beautiful arenas around the world, but in North America, it's the most iconic arena besides Madison Square Garden. But, I mean, look at what the Flames got back from Olli Mata, Jonathan Castagna. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's in NCAA right now. 2026 second round pick, 2026 second round pick, 2026 second round pick. 3 2026 second round picks. Didn't even get a
Does
first.
Utah have so many second round picks?
I'm looking at the trade tracker on TSN. It doesn't say which ones are from who, but I know one was from the Rangers, one was from Ottawa, I believe. And then let me see what the other one is. But I mean, the Flames have so many picks this year over the next couple of years, actually. A ton of picks.
Yeah, they got a ton. It would have been nice to get a first, but I mean,
yeah,
3 second round picks. You got to be bound to get a good guy out of 3 in the second round.
Yeah, it seemed I saw someone comment too. They were saying that the Flames haven't had very much luck in recent years with first round picks, but like the second and beyond have been solid. Yeah, so it's a second round, the Rangers second round, Ottawa second round, and Utah's second round. So
Wow.
one of those might be like the Rangers one might be a pretty high.
Probably like 31, 30, or 33, 34.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're in 29th right now, so depending on where they end up at the end of the season. But Calgary's second last, so I mean it's at least they're doing a little bit more now to try to get McKenna, I guess.
But in full tank mode now.
But they're
Trading
also
everybody
12 points up on Vancouver still, so they're gonna have to lose all the rest of the games pretty much, and Vancouver's gonna have to win.
Yeah, and Vancouver traded Tyler Myers. He's going back home, or I think somebody's from Texas. I don't know if it's his mom or dad, but he moved to Canada when he was fairly young. So kind of cool for him to go to the Dallas Stars.
That was an interesting trade too. Like Vancouver trading away for picks. I guess they're trying to tank too, but they also retained 50% of his salary.
Yeah, you probably have to do that when you're trying to get rid of guys at this point.
Uyghur's a good pickup for Utah, though. I think, especially if
Oh
they're
yeah,
trying to make a playoff push. And like,
that
what a
could help
great
him make a little
organization.
run.
Yeah, I think that'll help them on the back end. And what a great organization to join to. Like Ryan Smith, their owner, has been making so many good moves, even just in terms of upgrades for the arena and making sure the players are taken care of. I haven't seen anything that I could say anything negative about in terms of how Ryan Smith has performed or worked his magic with this team.
They have a good young core too. Like they're going to be good for a lot of years. They just
Yeah,
gotta get some experience, get in the playoffs maybe this year, and see what happens.
they're in the first wild card spot in the West too, so they're with 70 points, they could hold on.
Yeah, but then we got like Chicago. They're going full tank mode too. They
Yep,
basically traded everybody.
everybody. Did you see what Bedard said when they traded Docker, Colton Dock? He's like, we're getting rid of
Yeah,
guys that help us win. It's really shitty. He's like, I'm thankful this is the last year we're gonna be selling at the deadline.
I mean he's not wrong. All those guys are pretty good players. You know that Murphy. He went to Edmonton. Pretty good
Mm-hmm.
right shot D. And then I saw they just traded Felino, so
Yep.
they're getting rid of everybody in Chicago as well.
Chicago did get a 2027 conditional first round pick for Doc in that Mangiapane. So Chicago got Mangiapane and a conditional 2027 first for Colton Doc and Jason Dickinson. Dickinson was another guy I feel like that was doing okay for them in terms of their lineup sometimes. I have a buddy who's a big Hawks fan, so anything Hawks related, I always talk to him and get his opinion on because he watches them a lot more than I do. But yeah, the Murphy trade too. Both trades with Edmonton. So Edmonton is taking a bunch of Chicago's guys. I don't think Mangiapane's going to help Chicago much, and he still has another year left. And Chicago
Oh
retains
geez,
Dickinson's
yeah.
contract. Dickinson's contract ends this year, but yeah, Manji not a good pickup for Chicago, at least in my opinion.
Was it you that sent me that clip where he got put on waivers and he went down and played like 12 seconds in the minors and then he got traded right after?
Yeah, like weird. I guess it was just a rule thing, but I don't know why you wouldn't play the rest of the game. Maybe they didn't want to risk him getting injured because they knew they were dealing him or something. But yeah, tough for the guy that had to get scratched that game.
No kidding, eh? But Edmonton made a couple good moves. I feel like Dickinson's a great pickup for them, and I think they're definitely not done. Obviously, getting Murphy, they probably want to get maybe one more winger or center, but we'll see what happens for Edmonton. They might be done.
They need a goalie.
That's what a lot of people are saying on Twitter too.
Need a goalie.
When are we gonna get a goalie?
Been seeing people make comments about McDavid. They're saying McDavid signs a the most team friendly deal in the league, best player in the league, could be one of the best players in history, and you don't give him a goalie. Like, what is McDavid thinking?
Could really use somebody who can stop the puck. You can't win every game 6-5,
No, and
especially in the playoffs.
yeah, hopefully their D now gets a little bit of an upgrade, but even their D isn't that great.
I mean, I feel like Bouchard is playing better.
Yeah,
I don't know about Nurse. Murphy will probably help him defensively. But yeah, I mean, Ekholm's got to pick up the game. You know, I don't even know who else they got. I feel like their decor isn't as good.
tough to be an Oilers fan if you're an Oilers fan for sure. Tough to be McDavid and Draisaitl. It makes me scratch my head of what's going on in that locker room. Like Tristan Jarry would have been maybe a good backup guy, but not what they needed as their starting goaltender.
They might not even make the playoffs this year. Like it's tight, real tight in the West.
I think they'll make the playoffs
They should.
unless Utah jumps them, and then Seattle or San Jose jumps the Oilers in the wild card. I think I really want to see San Jose jump Seattle. I think it'd just be sweet to see Celebrini back in meaningful games, especially after how he played in the Olympics. And
they just locked up Kiefer Sherwood
yeah,
for a long-term deal. So they're building a nice team in San Jose. I would love to see them make the playoffs.
me too. It's the story of it too, just coming from last year and the year before, basically being the last place team in the league to now making playoffs that quickly.
Oh, and they had a tough start to the season too. Imagine if they would have
Yeah.
won some games early, they'd be near the top of the standings.
And imagine if they ended up winning a playoff round too.
Never know. Once you get in, Celebrini gets hot, play like he did at the Olympics. I
Yeah.
could see them being a pesky team come playoff time.
It'd be Colorado, I think, would be a tough series, but Dallas maybe. Like, what do you think about them if they played Dallas in the first round?
Dallas is hot right now, but yeah, I mean, they never seem to be able to get it done. They make it to the Western Conference Finals and always find a way to lose out.
Yeah, so Dallas is hungry. There's been rumors that they could be trading Robertson too.
Sounds like he's gone. Like everybody, like how is he not signed yet for a long-term extension?
Yeah, so that could be a move to watch out for today. Dallas picked up Bunting too from the Preds.
That's a good pickup. Bunting is going to be a solid like playoff guy for you.
For sure. Did you hear that Parayko, Buffalo was trying to trade for Parayko, and he was like, no.
Just said, no, I'm good. I'll use my no trade clause. Thanks, but no thanks.
And Buffalo's sick right now too. They've been moving.
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to go on a little run? They're going to make the playoffs, I think. Unless they just blow it the last 15 games.
Yeah, they're in second place in the Atlantic right now. Same amount of points as Tampa, but Tampa's got 2 games in hand, but they play each other 2 more times in Buffalo. And Buffalo just I think they waxed them the other night too.
Yeah, it would be nice to see Buffalo, and we need some new teams in the playoffs. Can't just be the same teams every year.
Yeah, a little bit of a shakeup is nice every now and then. Especially when you see teams that have been so bad for so long, like the Ducks and Buffalo. It'd be nice to see them.
You got the Ducks. I mean, Minnesota looks really good out west. I'd be keeping my eye out on them. They just got the Foligno brothers are together, which is pretty cool. I think they picked up Bobby Brink from the Flyers, so they're all in Minnesota.
Yeah, they've got 82 points sitting in third in the Central. That's I feel like they're pretty much locked unless Vegas goes on a super big run and Minnesota just tanks the rest of the season somehow, because they're 10 points up on, or sorry, not Vegas. Vegas is first in the Pacific with 72, but Minnesota's third in the Central, has 10 more points than Vegas, and then the first wildcard team is Utah with 70. So I think like they're sitting in a pretty nice spot there.
Yeah, I think Minnesota's good. Dallas, Colorado, those are kind of the big teams that are probably gonna. I mean, you got Edmonton in the West too. They obviously have a chance always, but Colorado, they're adding guys. I think they picked up Nicholas Waugh from Toronto.
Yeah,
so they got a deep team, especially at center ice.
Yeah, they gave up a first for that too.
Crazy. Toronto's giving up, trading away their guys already.
Yeah, conditional first, I should say. 2027 conditional first round and a conditional 2026 fifth round for Waugh. So the 2027 first round pick is top 10 protected, and the 2026 selection is the lowest of Colorado's 3 fifth round picks.
Okay, so top 10 protected. That's yeah. We probably won't have to worry about that this year, but maybe next year, I guess.
John Carlson, you mentioned it before we started recording. That's a big trade that happened last night at 1 a.m. You were saying?
Crazy. Like, imagine being somewhere for 17 years. You're playing with Ovi, and then all of a sudden you get a phone call at 1 a.m. Hey, excuse me, John, you're traded. See you later. We found a team that wasn't on your no trade list, so pack your bags. You're going out west
to Anaheim.
How do you think he found out? Do you think he even answered the phone at night, or he found out in the morning?
Man, I don't know. They
like
would have had to let him know, hey? I feel like you want to think that Washington wouldn't do him dirty like that.
Like, would they have done it right after a game? Like, kind of maybe he might have been still awake. Like, I don't know if they played last night or what it was, but I usually have like my notifications turned off through the night, so I wouldn't have
Mm,
found out until like 7 a.m. in the morning.
yeah, wake up. Oh, going to Anaheim.
I guess I gotta pack up.
Guess I
Fam, we're going to Disneyland.
gotta find a place in Newport.
Uh, crazy.
Yeah, that's a crazy, crazy trade. And a, a wild thing about it too is you mentioned that Anaheim wasn't on his 10-team no trade. He's also 36 and he's a pending unrestricted free agent. And according to the reports that I've read, there is no extension in talks yet. So that's Anaheim gave up
No
a conditional
extension.
first round pick in 2026 and a 2027 third round pick. It says
Yes.
if Anaheim fails to qualify for the 2026 playoffs, they have the option to retain their 2026 first round pick and transfer their 2027 first round pick to Washington instead.
Uh, that makes sense for the Ducks. You don't want to go all in and then not make the playoffs, and
Yeah.
then what? But even like Washington, they're only 4 points out of a playoff spot, and you're trading one of your core guys that have been around forever. So they're obviously giving up as well.
Yeah. And what did you say? Ovi said it was the saddest day in Capitals history.
Saddest day in Capitals history to be there for that long, and one of your good buddies gets traded away. You never think it's gonna happen. I
Did
mean, they're
they
not
go in?
trading Ovi, so
No. Did they go in there at the same time?
he might have been a couple years after, but
Okay.
I think Ovi's played close to 20 seasons. But
Yeah.
yeah, John's been at least 17, I want to say.
Crazy. The trade deadline rarely disappoints. And I mean, all these things happen like a few days leading up. So I think everyone was thinking that today is going to be pretty quiet. I guess if you include that John Carlson trade at 1 a.m., it says 11:22 p.m. technically last night, but I feel like it didn't get posted until late, depending on the time zone you're at. I mean, that's still a late ass trade. He was probably in bed by then, regardless. Like that's
100%, yeah. Unless it was after a game. Some guys stay up till like 2 a.m., but um, it seems like things are picking up now. There's only a little bit of time left before the deadline. So I see Tampa Bay is picking up Corey Perry again.
yeah. I was literally the reason that audio popped in there is because I was just refreshing the trade tracker page, and that audio comes up, and just as you said that was the top one on here.
That's a good pickup for them. So they're basically guaranteed to go to the finals because that's what he does. Maybe they might not win it, but Tampa's getting an old guy back in the fold.
Man, Corey Perry has just been an absolute suitcase the last few years. He's getting that American passport. Those states, if they did stamps for the states that you were in or the cities you're in, he'd be full in the last few years.
He's all over the place. You go what? Dallas to Montreal to Edmonton, LA, back to Tampa, like Chicago for a minute. He's doing the full North American tour.
And that's an interesting one too, because LA, they're only 3 points out of a wild card spot. So I guess maybe this is Corey Perry's way of saying he's about to retire in the next 1 or 2 years. He wants to go back to Tampa and try to get himself a cup, or what are your thoughts on that? Do you think this was him saying, "Hey, like deal me out of here, give me to a contender for one of my last few years"?
Yeah, he probably knows that either way, LA's not getting through Edmonton. They lose every single year to them. So we'll try and go out to Tampa. Florida's probably not making the playoffs, so they're gonna go on a little run and um try and get him another cup. He hasn't won one in a while.
Yeah, Florida's 10 points out of a wild card spot.
Yeah, they traded Petrie already too, so they're in a tough spot. They're
Injuries,
gonna have to
man.
win out.
I really wanted to see them go 3 for 3 or three in a row, I should say.
And
And
Turkey, it's tough to do.
yeah,
It's crazy they made it to the finals 3 years in a row.
super crazy. And just the injuries of those top guys just killed them.
Yeah.
Kachuk, Barkey. Who else was
I
out?
think
Beside
Ekblad was out for
Ekblad
a
was
bit.
out.
Seth Jones, he's been out quite a while now, so
Yeah, so majority of
they
those
got
top
bit
guys.
hard by the injury bug.
For them to like they're in ninth place in the wild card.
Yeah, they got no chance. It's pretty tough to make up that much ground with that many teams
Yeah,
going at it.
even with Kachuk back now, like who knows how healthy he really is, especially after the Olympics. I mean, he's definitely riding a high, so maybe that'll help a little bit, but not
Do you
having
think
Barkey,
Pittsburgh makes it out east with Sydney still being out?
that's another interesting storyline going into playoffs because they're sitting in second in the Metro right now with 75 points, basically tied with Carolina. They just have 8 less wins. But sorry, not tied with Carolina. I was looking at the wrong thing. They've second tied with the Islanders for points, and they've got 2 games in hand.
They've lost 3 out of their last 4 games. It's
Yeah.
not looking too great without Sid.
I don't know, man. It's
Who do you want to get in that's on the outside? Like you got a few teams, Ottawa chasing. You got Columbus in the mix. I saw they just picked up Connor Garland from Vancouver.
yeah.
Nice little pickup, and he's got like a 5 or 6 year extension kicking in next year. So Vancouver just wanted to get rid of him too.
Yeah,
So
his no move clause was kicking in with that extension too. So they traded him before that no move or no trade kicked in. Sent him to Ohio for 6 years.
I really want to see the Islanders make it. I think
Me
Schaefer's
too.
been unreal this year, and he's quite the talent. Be buzzing around in playoffs.
Yeah, every time I see clips of him pop up on my social media, it's like, holy, these guys just
Can't believe he's 18 years old, man.
I saw a clip of him and Barzell last night, and someone commented it. They're like, it looked like 2 AAA guys playing against a beer league team. They were just buzzing around out there.
Okay.
I would love to see him in the playoffs, especially since he didn't get a shot at the Olympics. The Islanders is such a fun team to watch since he came in this year, and I mean he's a lock for Calder, 100%.
Yeah, there's no way that anybody can challenge him for that. I mean, he's got over 20 goals.
He's setting records every time he steps on the ice, almost.
Insane.
But yeah, I would like to see them in there. In terms of answering a question, who on the outside, I think it would be cool to see Ottawa get back in there. Just one being another Canadian team.
They made
2.
a couple moves, right? They got rid of David Perron, but they picked up somebody, didn't they?
They got a 4th round pick for Perron. They got Warren Fogle from LA.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
how
he's
much.
pretty good.
He's all right.
He'll buzz.
I'm not sure if they'll do anything more, but it'd be nice to see them get in there.
Yeah.
What about
I'd
yourself?
like to see them.
I guess San Jose's technically on the outside right now too, so they'd be my top ones to get in. But what about yourself?
Yeah, I'd love to see Washington just because it could be Ovi's last year, but I don't know. They're probably not going to do much even if they do get in. So I feel like what's the point? Like I actually feel like Ottawa, if they did get in, or some of these teams that are close. I mean, if Toronto got in, I think they'd give some runs, but I don't think they can make up that much ground either. But yeah, and some of these Canadian teams, if you get in, you never know what could happen. So probably Washington and Toronto, I'd like to see get in.
It'd be nice to see Montreal stick in this wild card spot or even move up if they can.
Yeah, they should be in for sure.
Just watching that team in the playoffs this year too would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
They're
Are they trading Liney though? You think he'll be traded by the deadline?
I heard, who did I see that was interested in Line? Was it Calgary? Or was it who was interested in Line?
Does he have more term on his deal?
Yeah, he's in year 4 of 4 right now. So
he's a
UFA.
UFA. Why not pick him up? He's not really playing much in Montreal, so see if he can help your power play. Honestly, Colorado should pick him up. They have the worst power play in the league.
Which is insane, considering
the guys
play.
They have. Yeah.
I just googled it. It looks like this, and I don't know how true this is. I guess this was a couple days ago, but the Kings were the ones who were most interested in the Canadian in Patrick Laine from the Canadians.
Maybe a little rental instead of I mean, who did they traded Perry and you pick up Liney? That's kind of a 1-for-1, I guess. But
Yeah.
then you got Panarin in there. I don't know. Kings fired their head coach too, right? So they're
Yeah.
making lots of changes there.
I saw that. It looks like oh, this is gonna be a video pop up. One sec. Oh no, it's muted. Sweet. The the Foligno trade. It looks like it said for futures they traded him for. So I
For a bag
don't
of pucks, so
pretty much.
seems like it, eh? Yeah, you
uh
can have him. Go play with your
but
brother.
oh, it says Minnesota Wild have been busy on trade deadline day after acquiring forward Bobby Brink from the Flyers, which you mentioned for David Juracek. They landed Foligno in exchange for future considerations. So yeah, they don't even list what it could be yet.
I like your check's pretty good, no?
I haven't seen too much of him.
Kind of a younger guy.
Yeah, he's 22, so he doesn't have a point in 25 games this season, but he's also played 24 AHL games and he's got 2 goals and 8 assists. So a little bit of development to go to reach the level, but he could be a good depth guy depending on how he develops.
Yeah, maybe a future steady D man.
Chicago couldn't retain any of Foligno's salary because all their retention spots are filled up. So at least they didn't have to. At least they didn't have to keep any of that. So Minnesota's taking on the rest of that.
They had enough cap space, eh?
But pretty much solidifies Connor Bedard as Blackhawks' new captain.
Right, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Slides right in.
Which I think was everyone knew that was going to be the case. It was just a matter of when. And now that they've traded Foligno, who was wearing the C, next season I feel like it'll be
give it to him now.
Yeah. I wonder if they would probably wait till next season though, hey?
I don't know. Depends on the coach. Some of them just do it right away, but
yeah,
depends on the coach what he wants to do. I would just give it to him. Just let Connor get it.
It's too bad they can't make playoffs this year, but
definitely not.
I think the top 2 teams that I would love to see Gavin McKenna go to are Calgary or Chicago.
Not Vancouver?
No.
Calgary or Vancouver?
No, not Vancouver.
Rangers? You know that it's all fixed, so he'll probably end up like with the Rangers somehow. Big market team.
I saw a thing though. Someone was actually just talking about that I think I saw it on Instagram. Bettman was talking about Calgary's new arena being a good place for the World Cup in 2 years. And
I heard Alberta made a bid. They outbid like Montreal.
Yeah, and people were like, "Oh, you know how Bettman likes to treat these teams with new arenas or with these special events, so they might just give them McKenna."
Guaranteed, they're getting McKenna.
So who knows?
Fans would be pumped.
With the new arena coming, which obviously you know how I feel about the new arena, but new arena, get a new franchise player.
World Cup.
I was really hoping we were going to get TJ Ginla in the Uyghur trade, but I
never thought about. They should have just drafted him though. No,
Utah drafted him first. They were ahead of him
7th, and then Calgary was 9 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Which I think from a fan's perspective, people would obviously love to see TJ Ginla be a Flame because Jerome Ginla is the greatest Calgary Flame of all time. But from a management standpoint, and I think even fans realize it too, that's a lot of pressure to put on Tej if he were to be a Calgary Flame. I feel like
crazy pressure,
especially with the media, they would always be trying to compare him to his dad, and I feel like it's a lot
tough shoes to fill.
Yeah, tough shoes to fill, and he's not at the point that Jerome was at yet. Like, he could get there at some point, but I feel like developing to get there in a market, in a Canadian market especially, and let alone Calgary where your dad played, that would be really, really tough. I feel like that's a tough thing to keep out of your head as a player. I think. What are your thoughts on that, coming from a player's perspective?
Yeah, just trade for him in a couple of years. Like, I think Ginla started out in Dallas, right? So he came when he was a little bit older and a little bit more ready. So if he goes and lights it up in Utah for a couple of years, then really try and trade for him when he's got his feet under him.
We don't have many guys left to trade for him, though.
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna get him with what Calgary has left.
What about Kadri? Do you think Kadri's going to be traded by the end of today?
Originally they were saying Colorado, but they picked up Nicholas Waugh, so he won't be
Yeah.
going there. I don't know. Seems like Calgary doesn't want to let him go, or the ownership or something.
Oh yeah, because it was ownership that rejected that trade. Eh?
Kiboshed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, our ownership sucks. I think the Flames
Yeah.
have some of the worst ownership in the league.
I'm surprised that they traded Uyghur and wanted to keep Kadri.
I feel like Uyghur probably wanted out. Hey,
I don't know.
maybe more than Kadri.
Could be possible.
Yeah, I guess yesterday, Flames Nation posted an article yesterday saying, excuse me, Flames Nation posted an article yesterday saying that salary retention was holding up the Kadri trade.
Flames are cheap.
But to get rid of Kadri, you have to retain salary.
Yeah,
So
he's making a lot of money at a pretty high age.
yeah, $7 million cap hit with a 13-team no trade clause,
Tough contract to move.
and he has 3 more years on the deal.
Deal might not look great in a couple of years.
No,
It's already not looking good in Calgary.
no. He's the team's leading point scorer, and he has 41 points in 60 games.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Calgary does not score many goals. They need McKenna.
What
about Stenberg? Would you take Stenberg?
I'd take McKenna over
Or
Stenberg.
would you go for a D if you're like second pick or third pick? Who would you take?
Depends on who you are. Like if it's Chicago, I think it could go either way.
For the Flames, they're kind of building around Wolf, so
Yeah.
you're gonna need probably good D, and then eventually you just pick up free agents, or like I mean, it would be nice to get McKenna, but if you're not getting McKenna, maybe you go Verhoff or.
Honestly, I'd probably try to pick Stenberg if I was Calgary and we were going second, because we have
Get
Parekh
some more
on D.
Swedish guys in the mix.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess but yeah, that's true. I guess Parex's righty, so is Verhoff.
He's not a super defensive defenseman yet, but if Parekh can increase the two-way level of his game, I think he could be kind of our star D man. But like they need to score goals, so you need someone like McKenna or Stenberg up there on offense that can really lead the team.
Yeah, because right now their top forward's Kadri, and he's getting a little bit older now. So, who's their top goal scorer? Coleman?
That's what I was just gonna look up.
Like, who's scoring goals? Coronado probably has a few.
Top goal scorer is Coronado with 14. Backlund second with 13. Tied with
And
Morgan Frost.
didn't he get sent down at the beginning of the year, or healthy scratch or something? Or maybe he was healthy scratch. Like your top goal scorer was getting healthy scratch at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, he's played 60 games, so he hasn't missed too much. I think it was maybe just one game that he would have missed. Yeah, Coleman's got 13. I mean, Frost, Farabee, Coleman, Backlund, Frost, Farabee, Coleman all have 13, and then Kadri and Sharangovich have 12. Rasmus Sanderson had 10. Huberdeau had 10. Zari's not great, but like not even having a player that is close to a point per game is not a good sign.
You got to play Parekh more. He would probably get around a point per game if he was playing 30 minutes a night.
Yeah. What is
they got rid of Rasmus Anderson. They got rid of Uyghur, so he's the guy on as a righty.
He's got 1 point in 17 games.
That's not great numbers.
Not great numbers. Uyghur only had 21 points in 60 games, which is kind of surprising. I feel like Uyghur was more of a point getter.
Yeah, he's more of an offensive guy than a shutdown guy.
Yeah, he can skate pretty well too.
Well, I hope this trade deadline really gets Parekh going, because he's going to get a lot of minutes after this.
Yeah, I agree. Is there any other trades that? Oh, I guess our stream was supposed to start at 10:30, so we're about 20 minutes late on that. This has been a great pod. We've just been talking about the trades. I feel like this has been one of our best in a while, just with us two.
Yeah, solid 45 minutes of trade talk.
Yeah. So we'll pop over to the stream. Is there anything else you want to touch on in this pod before we hop over there?
No, I think that's good.
All right. We will see you guys next week. We'll have a guest we'll announce that guest very soon. We have a couple guests coming up in the next couple weeks. So I think we're going to try to start bringing on more and more guests each week. I think it's a lot of fun to do guests. We used to do guests all the time. So we'll start bringing guests back, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.